Did you know that in 2025, Titleist Vokey wedges were once again the #1 choice of wedges on the PGA Tour? We are talking gap wedges, sand wedges, and lob wedges. In fact, they've been the #1 wedge on the PGA Tour since 2004. To put that into perspective, in 2004, Ryder Cupper Justin Thomas was just 11 years old, and fellow Ryder Cupper Cameron Young was just 7. That's a long time ago. Me, on the other hand, we don't need to talk about it. Now, when you're the #1 wedge on the PGA Tour, you'd expect to be the #1 wedge at the Ryder Cup. And in fact, that is true. This year at the Ryder Cup at Bethpage Black, Titleist Vokey wedges account for more than 40% of the gap wedges, sand wedges, and lob wedges in play at the Ryder Cup, and that accounts for both teams. Keep that in mind. Now, something else to keep in mind that a lot of players are going to be doing this week when it comes to their wedges is bringing fresh grooves. Now, why do fresh grooves matter? Because it has been proven that after about 75 rounds of golf, which for PGA Tour players is not that much golf when you really think about it, when you think of how much they practice and play, but for regular golfers, that's a lot of golf. And after about 75 rounds of golf, you're going to start to see spin degradation. That means that the grooves have lost their ability or are starting to lose their ability to channel away moisture from the impact area, which means you're going to see a higher ball flight with less spin. What does that mean when it comes to on-course performance? That means reduced distance control. And that's really the last thing you want when you are playing for your country and you are trying to gain an advantage on your opponent by hitting it closer to them. And when you miss greens, getting it closer so your partner or yourself can drain that next putt. And when it comes to players on both sides, there's going to be a lot of new wedges in play. And if you yourself are starting to notice that you're losing distance control and you're finding a lot of your wedges are flying a little bit higher and not stopping quite as fast as they should be, maybe it's time to consider some fresh wedges just like those players this week at the Ryder Cup.